Boom, 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 check, check. Today is Tuesday, April the 5th of 2022, and we are ready for the festivities. Like this video, share the show. We're going to hit a 5 minutes intro to gather everybody in, to give you time to go share the show, copy the link, share it on Discord, Facebook, Twitter, all the good stuff. Locate the PayPal link that is pinned above somewhere in there. Find the super chat, check on the links on the description box, become a member, do all that good stuff because the festivities are about to begin and we are in the Discord server, the Daily Boom, live.
Call your mama, call your papa, call your friends. The festivities are about to begin. Boom!
Well. How about that? What if I tell you that we began the show on time today? See? Schedule an hour ago, up on time. Beautiful. Great stuff. I gotta get my shit together. Just letting you guys know that I need to be more consistent and I need to either schedule my show later today so you guys know that the show is live at the same time tomorrow, or I gotta schedule it earlier during the day. But the show, this is my plan. It will be at this time every time. So this is noon. This is 12 p.m. for me in Central Florida, USA time. So you guys know. Check on your calendars, whatever time it is for you. That's the time that the festivities will be live in the daily basis. Saturdays, maybe. Sundays, who knows? Monday through Friday, definitely yes. Well, Jose, why you didn't have a show yesterday on Monday? Monday, how dare you missing the Monday? Well, shit happens. How about those 4 reasons? The reasons I didn't do a live show today is because shit happens. Hey, I'm good. I'm good with that. I hope you can accept that reason of no show yesterday. Tiny Captain, boom, shalak lak boom, boom, shalak la boom. Ooh, that's a good one. Real Cygnus, yo yo yo's. Zeb Tepi, moob. Moob. If you want to hear a moo cowing, like a real moo, a real cow moo, a moo cowing. If you want to hear a real cow mooing, hit that super chat and you would not regret. When you hit the super chat, a cow will moo. Loud. I gotta pump up the volume of that cow. I gotta get it really loud. Okay, I'm on it. Hold on. You know what? You will even see. Okay, there you go. Let's pump up this volume. There you go. You want to hear a very annoying cow? Oh, you will hear it now. Yeah, you will. Okay, let's close this. So if anybody want to give a test, a cow will move very loud if you hit the super. Marcus Dresden, boom! Marcus Dresden with the black flip flops. Marcus Dresden got the flip flops on. C4 fake. C4, are you fake or am I fake? Are we all fake? Cuso, otro, boom! Another, please. Zenos Cartagé. Zenos Cartagé. I like that. I like turtles. I like him too. Charlie Welsh. Moob. Oh, where's the cow? Whoa, I got a super chat. Where's the cow? Hold on. I'm summoning it. Summon the cow. Yeah! Bandit with the 5 Canadian super chat. Moo indeed. Thank you very much, Bandit. I hope that was loud enough for you. I did not hear that. I hope you did. Let me unmute. Let me hear it. I'm listening on my end. We need more cow, man. We need more cow. I heard that cow, but we need more. Oh man, I'm sorry. I'm a little bit disappointed on myself. I thought it was gonna be like super like out of this world. It was okay. I'm happy with the cow, but man, come on. Zeb Tepi, CGI, yeah? Mm-mm. Lil, the A flat out lie, just like the flat earth. The A flat out lie, just like the flat earth. Is that even English, Lil? Are you okay? Are you having a stroke there, sir? Lil say, the A flat out lie, just like the flat earth. Those are words, Lil. I'll take it. I'll take those as words. Thank you very much. Big Gustavus, what's up? C4. Whoa, we had a cow. Hails to the year. We had another cow in the house. Hails to the year. Thank you very much, man. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Blue Marble Science, say ba-boom. Ba-boom to blue. Lil for $3. You are a flat out lie, just like the flat earth. You are a flat out lie, just like the flat earth. I am a flat out lie. Wow, man. We need more cowbell. We need more cowbell. I'm gonna have to create my own sound. I'm gonna have to create my own sound. They're only like 10 seconds long, like moo, clang, 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 clang. We're gonna have moose and cowbells. I'm not gonna be able to do that today, but we'll get it ready for tomorrow. We're gonna have a cow and cowbell like there's no tomorrow. It will be loud, it will be annoying, and I hope I'll get blasted with super chat so we can hear the cow and cowbell. Probably a whole show just cow and cowbells, if that is even possible. Okay, I'm gonna jump into the Discord server, the Daily Boom. So we see what we got going on there. Let's go. Hello, I'm there.
Hello.
Hello,
Hello.
hello. Am I a lie?
They and them told me so I don't know.
I'm not just a lie. I'm a flat out lie.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. You recognize this username by the name of Hiro?
I don't know. But I
Want to
just
say hello? Maybe. Tiny Captain, what's up, man?
Hello. Yeah, I'm good.
Good, good. Grubus is here.
Yeah, I'm just getting the bus home.
Right? And then we got Hiro and Leo, aka the other Merle. Leo, I haven't hit the squeaky earth. I don't know if you can even see it. Hey, what's up?
frogs.
What's up, Hero?
It's frogs.
These frogs are populating sweet earth. We got baby frog in here. He's growing up. He's changing the voice. Want to talk? Mabbit, mabbit. See? It's growing. The voice is like growing. Mama frog, mabbit, mabbit. And Papa frog, mabbit, mabbit. Papa frog is tired. He got the lazy eye. He's very, very prominent today.
Do any of those frogs ever say lemon bird?
No, they don't. They say they do the frog sound. And then shout out to the rumbling earth. Shout out to small earth and mini earth over here too. The plants, I planted these and they're growing, man. Look at them. I'm growing my plants, man, from seeds. I don't even know what they are.
You
What?
know who you're a lie? Because I see one thing on YouTube and another thing on Discord.
Why?
Why? I don't know. I see you on the left hand of your globe on YouTube and
Oh,
the right hand of your globe. I can't determine whether the Earth is flat or round because of that.
I know, man. I mean, YouTube. This is backwards. The name YouTube says on the puts il Pope, il Pope, il Pope, il Pope. I mean, yeah, whatever. It's backwards. I got a squeaky urge, man. I got a squeaky urge. That's the most important thing that we were missing right there. And I hope that you guys are getting this sound loud and clear for everybody on the interwebs. Thank you very much. Are you guys okay? Yeah, they're good. All right. We are in for business. Let's do it. Lel, take it out. Take it away, man.
Captain Caveman is here.
Who is Captain Caveman? I have heard the name, read the name. Where does he come from? Who is him?
Captain Caveman is a little furry creature.
Hmm.
You don't remember Captain Caveman, the cartoon?
I remember that from the cartoons, but I mean, who is using that username over here on YouTube? What type of character this person is? I'm not just gonna give roles away left and right. There's a rule. If you are new in the Discord server, you must DM me, direct message me, and tell me, what's going on. If you want to participate, then I'll give you roles. That's it.
Maybe it's Blue in his other account. Because he's a mutual friend on Blue's server, so it has to be him.
Well, what I can do, I can ask right here. There you go. That's another way to do it. Captain Caveman is unmuted. You're able to speak now. There you go. Do you need roles to post stuff, Captain Caveman? Or do you speak? Or you just listen? Well, you are unmuted. Whenever you want posting roles to post stuff, send me a direct message or speak up and let me know. So what's going on, Lil?
This is going to be a very big show, or a very boring show if you rely on me.
No, I'm not relying on you. I'm asking you, what is the argument, any argument that you have made lately that we can analyze and break down? Any point, any question that people try to either answer or avoid from you?
Every question they try to avoid, so I mean, but that's for everybody.
Give us an example. What question do they avoid?
Well, I gave the example a while back, and I think I've done it in here. I've asked a flat earther, say like you were in an airplane that was flying at 70,000 feet above the sea level in that altitude, and you were close enough or far enough away from Mount Everest to see Mount Everest on your horizon. Would
Right.
Mount Everest be down, or would it be at your eye level?
Should be at eye level.
But you're 70,000 feet in the air.
Okay.
Mount Everest isn't 70,000 feet.
Oh, I Mount Everest is a few thousand feet, 2,000 feet, 2,500 feet. I don't know. I'm just making numbers up. Whatever it is.
Mount Everest is about 35,000 feet, so you're double the height of Mount Everest in an airplane looking at your horizon, and Mount Everest is on your horizon. Mm-hmm. Is Mount Everest down from that elevation, or is it at your eye level?
Well,
literally.
With my naked eyes, I could say it's on my eye level because it's going to be a small deviation from my vision without any tools, any measurement. But if it's measured with anything outside my own eyes, that I could say, yeah, this cup is on my eye level, but it might be higher, might be lower. With any tool that can be measured, it will measure is below eye level, definitely.
Well, you don't even need a tool. You can use common sense. 70 is greater than 35, therefore it's below your eye level, even though it appears to be at eye level.
Whoop whoop! Hey, we got a super chat, a good one. Do you hear the cow? We need more cowbell. We will get that for tomorrow. We will get more cow and more cowbell. Hold on, let me shout out this $5 super chat by Anamorphic Mind. Blue! Wait, Blue is in the chat box. Blue, here's your super chat. Oh, wait, wrong YouTube channel. Enjoy it, Jose. Hey, I'll take it, man. Fuck yeah. Thank you very much, Anamorphic Mind. I appreciate it. If anybody have any super chats for different channels, you can super chat here and I will convey the message to the other channels. I'll make sure that they get the message. All right. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't know. I don't keep track of all of them, so I don't remember.
So this Mount Everest, I mean, 70,000 feet. I mean, like, yeah, let's not break the common sense because airplanes regularly 35,000, 40,000 feet. But let's say 100,000 feet high, and I am a few miles away, 20 miles away from the Mount Everest. Am I going to see Mount Everest at my eye level?
You'd have to be far enough. 20 miles wouldn't be far enough. You'd have to be far enough away for that to be at eye level. But we know that Mount Everest is, 100 is a lot more than 35. And I'm just estimating. I'm not sure exactly the height of Mount Everest. I think it's about 35,000 feet, but I'm not sure. But we do know for a fact that 100 is greater, a larger number than 35, just off sheer logic. So even though you're 100,000 feet and it appears to be at eye level, and logically speaking, it is actually down from eye level.
Yeah. So the argument is that flat earthers, when and if they say that the horizon rises to eye level, that's a point that is debunked with that one test, observation, experiment, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I don't think any of us will ever fly to 100,000 feet. I could be wrong, but I don't think I will ever. And I don't think anyone else in this channel has flown that high yet.
Jose, it was just Stroman's Lael Stroman?
How's it a straw man?
What was the point, Lael?
That the horizon doesn't rise to eye level.
It rises towards eye level. What would be the angle from 100,000 feet to the Everest that is on the horizon?
What would be the angle?
On flat Earth, yes.
It'd be the angle no matter what shape it would be.
How far are you?
Whatever distance you would have to be away for it to be eye level.
Hold on, guys. Bogov, you got a hot mic or you got a bad mic? Either or. You want to mute? That'd be good. Thank you. Guys.
Chuck, I can't honestly give you the distance because I don't know. But whatever distance that would be, the angle would be the angle of drop would be the angle of drop.
Right, but if it's small enough, we can ignore it.
Well, I'd need to know the distance first, right?
Right.
I don't know that distance.
Let's see on Earth. What was the distance on Earth?
And I don't think it would make that much of a difference between globe and flat. The angle is still going to be the angle. I guess I could figure that out really quick if you wanted me to.
So the horizon is at 387 miles.
I'm so confused now. I'm lost. Can we do? I cannot picture. I'm stuck on trying to keep it real. So when we talk about 70,000 feet or 100,000 feet, let's be more realistic. Let's use an airplane altitude, 30,000 feet. Let's say 30,000 feet, and then use another reference point, like a tall
All right,
building.
Let's do
Eiffel-
some rough calculation.
Hold on, Chai. Let's see what Chai got to say first. What was it?
Rough calculation. We have 387 miles. We have Everest at 35,000 feet. We are at 100,000. We have 65,000 feet between RI and Everest.
You guys on YouTube here, type 1 or give me thumbs up if you guys can hear Shaik the same level audio than the rest of us. If it's too low, I can up his volume here, maybe.
I can up my mic a bit.
If you can up it up a little bit, yeah, appreciate it.
No, bring it closer.
Yeah, I just been off of YouTube. He sounded okay.
Okay, thank you, Left Lane, appreciate it. All right, can we do? This is a good analogy, Leo. But let's go. Let's say if I'm in an airplane altitude, 30,000 feet. Let's just round it up, average. And there is a tall building, a condominium, 30 stores high condominium condo.
Why don't we go for the highest building in the United States, which I think is the
Tell us, talk to us. What is it? And
I think
roughly
it's the
height.
Chrysler Tower, and it's 435 feet.
All right.
So I am doing that right now.
So in realistic wise, if you are 30,000 feet high, where will that horizon be on reality on Earth? How many miles away? It'd be a long way away, right? How far away from the observer at 30,000 feet will the horizon be? Let's break it down step by step.
Yeah, 1.22 times the square root of the observer's height in feet.
I'm math illiterate. I'm equations illiterate, man. I cannot do that math on my own.
So have you ever heard of the angle of depression before, Jose?
Angle of depression now.
So angle of depression, it's kind of what Lemonberg says when you got the top angle and the bottom angle of your eye, but it's a little bit different. Your eyesight, your eye level in the airplane is, let's say 35,000 feet, right? The angle of depression is the angle to that object below you.
The drop angle.
The drop angle. Yeah, they call that the angle of depression. So if you are, if the building is 435 feet tall, I'm not sure if I did this right, and you wanted a 0.5 degree angle of depression, you'd have to be 94 miles away.
But Steve, the proof in this situation would lie in being at equal elevation to Mount Everest and Mount Everest still being below your line of sight. That would be the proof.
Well, yeah, but what the original thing was, Left Lane, is if we were flying at 100,000 feet and we were far enough away from Mount Everest to have Mount Everest, the top of Mount Everest at our eye level, how far away would we be? But that wasn't the question. The question would be, is the tip of Mount Everest literally below our eye level, even though it appears at the eye level?
Will it appear to the eye level?
No, you look down at it.
Yeah, you look down. Now, as I say, like the first statement, if with your bare eyes, with your untrained eye, you will, I mean, depends how you walk. If you are, if you got a little hunch or you humped or you're very proud and looking up all the time, depends where you are used to walk and look. it will it will appear in your eye level anywhere you are, but it's just wherever you're looking. I mean, I can say that this plant is at my eye level. I can say that plant is my eye level. What if I just like Vince McMahon walking, looking up all the time? I say that's my eye level up there. You know, it's you just cannot say that unless you measure it with any type of tool.
All right.
Jose,
Sure.
anytime you're looking at an object, it will appear in the center of your field of vision because you're looking at the object. And by the way, the answer to your question for 30,000 feet is 221 miles.
Thank you very much. Thank you. 221 miles. Yeah, good. Thank you. And you
Dr.
got a
Bob?
point, Bert. Anytime you're looking at an object, it's at your eye level. Beautiful, man. Hell yeah.
Dr. Bob, I think Chike answered it, but I want to hear what you have to say. Say like we were flying at 100,000 feet and you're looking at the top of Mount Everest, and it appears to be at your eye level. What is that distance?
It's not going to be at your eye level. It's going to be well below it. Mount Everest is 30,000 feet high, and you're flying at 100,000 feet. So it'll be 70,000 feet below you, even if you were right there on top of it.
Well, no, I understand that. How far away would you need to be, though, before it appeared to be at eye level, even though you know that it's 65,000 feet below you?
It'll never be at eye level. It'll always be below you. There will always be a dip down to that because it's below you.
And you can make it look at your eye level, even if you are above it, flying above the tip. If you look at the tip of the mountain, oh, that's my eye level right there. You're looking at it. I mean, when you look at things, they are at your eye level. Thank you, Bob.
It'll be in the center of your field because you're looking at it.
Yeah, you can
You're
just
not
take.
I like that.
Yeah, you're
you
looking
just-
down at it, but it'll be in the center of your field.
Yeah, if you just took a picture of it with the horizon in the center frame, it would appear to be at eye level, but it's not.
Well, I understand that. I already know that. But my point was, how far do I have to be before the air? Let's talk about the HUD of the airplane and what it
Well, I'd say the further away you are from it, the more difficult it would be to discern how far away from eye level it is. I mean, you know, I've got the road in front of me dropping off. I look down the hill. I can tell I'm looking down the hill. But, you know, if I was like 3 miles away from it, maybe I wouldn't recognize that. Just looking at it.
Maybe I need to reformulate my question.
Yeah, you gotta rethink it because it will be so much obfuscation, like what you're doing, like I'm doing right here. You gotta find a way to bring it down, bring it home. You know.
Well, that's why I wanted to put it to the HUD of the airplane, where you're looking. You know how we show, like Wolfie shows the HUD of the airplane, and it shows you what eye level is. If you were flying at 75,000 or 80,000 feet or whatever, and that eye level of that HUD matched the top of the mountain, what distance would you need to be for that to occur?
Now that's I'm gonna let Bob or Leflane, but my point is what I say earlier. You're not using your naked eye and your instincts. Now you're using a tool built in the airplane. That's what I was saying. That if you don't have a guide, a piece of technology or gadget, you wouldn't know. You know. Sorry, go ahead.
That is
All right,
eye
Mount
level, though.
Mount Everest from 100,000 feet flight level, the tip of Mount Everest will be 8 feet below the horizon at 500 miles. So it'll be just less. You won't see Mount Everest until you get within about 500 miles of it. And then it'll be right on the horizon.
There you go.
And
And at that point, the horizon will already be below your eye level. Your
Yes, and of
actual
course the
measurement.
horizon will be dropped too. You want to know how far it will be dropped?
No,
Yeah,
no, I was just curious to know like where would it match to my eye level? What distance would I need to be flying at 100,000 feet? And it's about 500 miles. That's fine.
Far enough
question is, could we actually make it out 500 miles away?
Yeah, you're gonna need a magnification tool, camera, or telescope or something, but you will see it. Yeah.
The drop to the horizon will be 3.6 degrees.
Very significant. Yeah. Now that very significant
all the
3.3 plus 3 degrees is very significant to a tool that you are measuring and looking at the measurement through a gadget. But with your own eyes, you're probably not going to discern that with your bare eyes.
That's correct. So when a flat earther brings you an image and says, look, the horizon's at eye level, how the hell do they know?
You want a little quiet there, left lane, for a minute. All right, there's a bunch of tiny captain. Let me share the screen and see what we got here. We got some measurements or something going on. Let's figure out what we get. Tiny Captain just posted some graph that I just put it up, but I haven't looked at it. I am graph reading illiterate, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to understand it. If I can understand it, everybody can. Tiny, I got that last image that you put up on screen. What do we have here?
Yeah, it's just the curve calculator, and I just put in the numbers and I put the height of the object just that it went almost over the horizon, and this is what you will see if it's on the largest distance.
Damn, your microphone is crackling really bad.
Oh, I'm sorry, is this better?
Same.
How about now?
I mean, what I can. I mean, you keep talking. You know, our brain, I think, will process the crackling out, and we might be able to understand you. But it's still happening. If you want to hear it on YouTube, mute and listen. Say something and then listen to see how it sounds. Shout out to everybody on YouTube chat. 40 people watching. If you all want to hit the thumbs up now, I would really appreciate that. Locate the like symbol. It is to the left of the dislike. It shows 21 on my end. Locate that. Make sure it's dark highlight. And if it is not, hit the thumbs up now in 3, 2, 1. Hit it. Tiny. What do we have here?
Yeah. Well, I just put in the 30,000 feet and the feet of the height of the Mount Everest, and then I put the of the object, and then I just in the curve calculator just scrolls until the object was just on the horizon, so you can actually see the distance to the horizon of the whole mountain. And this is what you see, and yeah, you see a line of the eye height, so it will be way above the mountain if you actually have an eye height what you measure, because if you're looking at it, it will appear that you actually have it on your eye height, but actually when you measure it, it won't be.
Thank you very much. Anamorphic Mind with a super chat is about to say moo for YouTube. Why does my curve calculator keep coming out to 800,835? 800,835. Shout out to Amorphic Mind. Where's the cow? Is that a real point, Anamorphic Mind? Your curve calculator keep coming up at 800,835?
Yeah, it happened to me as well, but it probably puts a comma instead of a point for the decimal.
Right. All right. Lel, we went so off of your point. You wanna go ahead, man, again. Tell us your point. Don't mess with Lel, guys. Don't mess with Lel. All right, and that's it. That's measurements right there.
Wait, so according to MetaBank calculator, at 100,000 feet, Everest needs to be 644 miles away, which will give us deep angle 1.20 approximately
Mhm.
to the tip of Mount Everest or to the horizon. When in fact it would be 5.18.
And that's it. I mean, that's what we need. We need the raw observation, the measurements, and that's it. We don't need anything else. Now, refraction might take part of it. It might for observation purposes only, but as for the measurement, that's what it is. The horizon will be below over 3 degrees, and it will definitely be below eye level.
Yeah, but none of us is going to be at 100,000 feet to observe Everest at the horizon, or I don't think there is such observation. So what's the point?
That's Lel point.
Right.
That's why I say, because there's no such observation, but we can make it more realistic and talk about a height of a just normal plane, not a 100,000 feet plane, which I mean we don't have access to.
I have the good old Isle of Man observation. Someone yet to explain it to me.
Yeah, I don't know. This is in my point. I was just giving it to Lel, but he appeared to went silence now. $835 is boobies. Damn, I didn't catch that, man. How dare I didn't catch that in the super chat? Yeah, in the old calculator when they look like square letters. Yeah. Oh yeah. Happy Tuesday, everybody. How's everybody doing Tuesday? Was the weekend good? Anybody did anything special on the weekend? I didn't. I wanted to record the moon yesterday, but there's a big ass tree in the neighbor's house, and he was blocking it. So it was before sunset, right
Oh,
close to the sunset, and the moon was above a little bit, and
just
I couldn't see it because big ass tree,
yeah, move a few feet to the side.
No, like gigantic. Like I went across the street, and there's a bunch of like long trees and pines and palm trees. It's just blocked. It was cloudy. The sky was cloudy, but I still couldn't see it. I went across the street to one side. I went out and around to the RBCs next door to me. I had to go out of my place to the street, go into the RB's parking lot, and still couldn't see it because of it's too crowded over here where I live. It sucks. I cannot see good sunsets or sunrises anywhere around because it's just too much bullshit around.
So here at the moon, just a bit after sunset. yesterday.
You got a little bit of the moon.
If you can see it there, it's not very conspicuous.
Yeah. With your mobile phone, there you go. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I know. It was this in this smiley face. It was in the smiley face, the moon. So I wanted to record it. I just couldn't.
Still is.
Yeah. I'll try today. It's just gonna be probably really bright, but I'll check in the afternoon to see if I can catch it.
Wait, let me go and try to take another picture. It's dark now.
Shout out to Charlie in YouTube chat box. Charlie, just Charlie. One day you have to talk to us again, man, because we had some kind of, you were in my show one time and we talked a little bit about your experiences on Antarctica. And that was great, really good. I enjoyed it a lot. A lot of people enjoyed it. Good feedback. But that channel, that was my previous channel, and the channel got shut down. All the videos were lost. So let me know, Charlie. I mean, you're welcome anytime. The link to join on Discord is in the description box. I'm gonna throw a link one more time, so maybe you can join the server, or if you're in the server, just make sure to join anytime you want, man. I'm gonna pick on your brain a little bit, and you can tell us a little bit about your experiences on Antarctica. I know that triggers some people up big time. And then, what the only opposition I heard was Charlie is just lying. Charlie lies. He's a liar. He never was there. He just didn't see this. He just didn't witness that. He didn't experience this. He didn't do that. That was the only feedback that I was getting. Pure 100% denial from the opposite view. I mean, what else could we get from a person that have done something, experienced something big time? If they accept the reality that Charlie was in Antarctica for a long time and did a lot of stuff and a lot of observations, if they accept that, then their pipe dream will be destroyed, will be down the drain, no pun intended, pipe and drain. Because that will destroy the paradigm of Antarctica is not what we are told, We got Hiro, what you got, man? This is your time now. No? Okay. I keep hearing the argument about just having an angle. I keep hearing an argument, and I know it has to do with sextant. It kind of began with the sextant and all this shit. But I hear such a ridiculous claim from the flat earthers that you cannot have an angle on if the Earth was spherical or some shit like that. I mean, why?
I'm actually busy with a video of why you actually need it to be a sphere to get that angle.
Nice, man. Hell yeah. I mean, unless what they are going through is this level of close-mindedness that I was close-minded for a period of time, but I opened my mind a little bit and I could see more things. But when I was close-minded, I always thought of the Earth as this ball, like very tiny, very small ball. Like the not to scale pictures, I thought of the Earth like that. And that is the only way that flat earthers must think as the spherical Earth as for them not to understand it or grasp reality. If they think of Earth as a huge planet that we live on, and the scale is the big factor that we got to take in consideration. They will understand almost everything at once. So they have to leave the box on their brain. They have to open the box on their brain and expand their horizons. As for Earth is big, they do. They have to think that Earth is really tiny, as the non-scale pictures that we get from all over the place. What are your thoughts on that, guys? Do you think that's a fair statement? In summary, flat earthers can't scale. They think Earth is tiny.
Yeah, that's a fact. They can't scale.
Bob, what issues have you find in relationship to scale and the Earth? Almost every argument that flat earthers make if you add the scale factor, that will fix a lot of their problems.
Well, the problem that they have is they have a conclusion that they have to support. So anything that they talk about has to lead to that conclusion, or they have to pretend it does. So, talking about the curve of the Earth, for example, over 4 miles, how much is that going to be? How far off of flat is that? They seem to think that by saying it's curved, it's not flat, therefore it's invalid, but they never calculate how much flat or how much off flat it is. They have no concept of scale at all.
I agree with that. Tiny.
Yeah, well, I did once a calculation of the difference between the angle if in the wintertime and the summertime in the orbit of Earth, the difference to the angle to Polaris. And they will say, it cannot stay in that position, even though it moves a little bit. But that's an angle of 0.004 degrees. So that's actually not visible with the eye.
And man, when you throw numbers at me, I just get lost because I am math illiterate.
Okay. It's already hard to see 4 degrees. Imagine 100 times smaller.
Yes, I agree. And I used to think of this. I used to think when I was in the other camp, right? I used to think that we should be able to see boats tilting away, buildings tilting away, things in the horizon tilting away from me. When you're just looking away at a 10, maybe 20 miles away, you think you are going to witness a building or a boat tilting away. So it's so easy to do as for turn your camera on and in front of the camera, put a broomstick, a mop stick, put a stick in front of it, just laying flat in the wall, right? And then take a picture of that, and then come in the bottom of the stick, just separate it from the door, just a quarter of an inch, just separate it a tiny bit, just separate it slightly, slide it away, and then take another picture. Compare those pictures to see if you're going to see any difference whatsoever. That's kind of the example I used, and it made sense to me. Like, holy shit! Even if I separate that stick 2, 3, 4 inches away from the bottom of the door, I wouldn't see the difference if I take a picture with the long stick 2x4 or something against the wall versus a little separated from the bottom. I wouldn't be able to see the difference. Left Lane, what are your thoughts about that?
Yeah, bringing the scale into perspective. At 60 now, let's round it to 70 miles is approximately 1 degree. So let's cut that down to 7 miles. It's only 1/10 of a degree. And at 0.7 miles, it's 100th of a degree. Why would you see that?
Well, you see 1 part of 100th of one, right? But remember that the total is 360. So you got 360 of these, grab one of those, 360, divide that by 100, and then tell me if you're going to be able to see that, in the big scale.
Yeah,
You know?
it's easy to understand. If you want to understand it, you could put that into perspective, and you wouldn't make that silly statement if you really think about it.
Indeed, man, indeed. It's crazy.
And you
Yeah, it's very
mentioned,
easy.
yeah, you mentioned the sextant and taking angles. That's another absurd argument that the sextant just measures an angle between 2 points, regardless of the surface. It could be wiggly, whatever. You're just measuring an angle between 2 points. You could lay the sextant on its side and measure an angle between your barn and the mailbox. I mean, it does, and it's not a triangle. There's no triangles needed. It's just one angle between two lines of sight.
Even better said, you're measuring an angle between two directions. It doesn't even matter if the points are close or far away. It's just an angle between two directions.
Yeah, exactly. So that kills 50% of their argument.
Yeah, and the other one is actually what I'm busy with, and that's how do you see the stars and the horizon line at the same time? That's only possible during the twilights, and especially the nautical twilight. Bob did a nice video about it actually, and that's a phenomenon that is caused by the sun being lower than the horizon. So how do you get that on a flat Earth?
I want to give a shout out, Slice Parkane. Slice Parkane say he did the exact test just a few days ago, and I can use the picture if I want to. Ask any flat earther. I want to look at it, but how do I get a hold of that picture, Slice Parkane? That's the tricky part. Drop it. I mean, you are drop it in the Discord server if you can, man. I mean, maybe the test he was talking about is about putting a 2x4 or a stick like against the wall and separating it a little bit. You wouldn't be able to see the angle difference. No, we can do that here in real time, man. I can do that. Let me turn my camera. Let's get this camera on. Let me stop screen share. We gotta do this. All right. So if I get this camera on in here, right? And I'm gonna actually do it right here in the glove, in this part of the wall. Very nice and easy. Nice and easy, Jose. Right here, right? Well, I'm gonna grab that. Got it. Nailed it. Nailed it. All right. So will I be able to see an object leaning away from me? This is a little too long, too big. Oh well, let's put it in the ground. It's gonna be hard to do. So I got this against the wall right here, right now. And it's staying because it's square. So right now I got that. If anybody would like to take a screenshot, full screen screenshot of that, right? Now I'm gonna leave this part where it is, and I'm gonna separate the bottom just a tiny bit. I'm gonna separate it a tiny bit, representing a part of a degree. Okay. There you go. That's like a quarter of an inch separated. You want to take a screenshot, anybody? Now I'm gonna separate it more about an inch. About an inch. I'm gonna leave it in the top, and I'm gonna bring it out. I moved it to the side, maybe a little bit, but there you go. Now I'm gonna separate it a lot more. Big time separated. That's like 3 inches. And take a picture. Tell me, guys, if you can see the difference. And you can see it in the side. How am I going to show this? You can see it in the side, the separation right here. I can put my finger through it. See? That's the separation. But if I bring it back, what it was, which it moved to the side, so that's not, no, that's touching right there. Oh, well, might be silly, but it's just something that you can do on your own. Just go back away in the wall. That's the basic, the idea. Then the wall, put a stick against the wall, and then go back, separate it a little bit from the bottom without moving it to the side. Take a picture exactly in the same spot. 2 pictures, compare them, overlay them, and tell me if you're going to see the difference. If you're going to see that object tilting away from you. Motherfuckers, the answer is you can't. There you go. I'm done. And that was FLIR experiments for you guys. FLIR experiments in action. In real time. This looks so pretty on the internet, but it's such a mess. This is a mess of rust. Sorry, go ahead.
And that's from what distance?
From what distance? This is close 5 feet away. 5 foot away.
So you can see it from 5 feet, but you want to see it from what? From mile?
Yeah. Scale wise, yeah, I cannot see the difference, the tilt away. I cannot see it from 5 feet, but I want to see it across the street against the neighbor's house over there. I want to see the same test, and I want to be able to see the tilting away with my own eyes or with a camera, zooming in and taking pictures. I want to see that from across the street when I cannot even see that from 5 foot away.
Hey, Jose. You know your armillary sphere is upside down, right? That arrow is supposed to point to the North Star.
Yeah, I know, man. That one is good.
Yeah, that one's good. You got an Australian one there.
Yeah. This one is Australian. I like that. That's it, man. That's how we do it over here. It's just to give a little bit to everybody. Oh man. Yeah, and that's the issue. Flat earthers can't scale. Period.
This has nothing to do even with scale. You can't see it if it's not scaled.
Yeah, measurements and stuff like that. You just can't. You just cannot. I mean, sounds odd, sounds weird, sounds strange. You might even get offended by what I'm about to say. But where am I? You cannot trust your instincts. That includes your eyesight. You cannot trust it. How dare I saying that?
No, you're right. I just started wearing glasses 3 weeks ago, so I'm living proof of that you cannot trust your eyesight.
There you go. Now, this tilt of the little test, right? And this tilting away, can we see it with our eyes? We see it via optics and a camera and observations? Dude, we cannot even discern that. Can it be measured? I think it can be measured. And people have done it. Like Jesse Kovlowski have recorded the tilt. With GPS. Tiny Captain just posted your test on Discord. Tiny Captain, what do you post? Where? Okay. There you go. This is a Slice Sparkans right there. There you go. Okay, well, I gotta share the screen. I was like, there you go. I was gonna start talking about it and asking you when I'm not even screen shared. This is exactly what I was talking about, and Slice Sparkan already have done this. He been there, he done it. How about that? This is it. I'm sharing my screen. The image Tiny Captain posted it. How many degrees was I leaning the pole away from the camera? That's almost impossible, man. Yeah, it's pretty much impossible to. So, and it's tilting away. He took these 3 shots with a P1000 at 400 meters away. Flat earthers believe they would notice something leaning away from them due to the curvature rate of 1 degree per 69 miles. Thank you, Slide Truckin. Appreciate that. Yep, indeed. Thoughts, guys. I gotta mute because the neighbors' dogs are going a little loud. Notice the yin and yang that is going on here. We're talking about fun stuff, sciencey stuff, observations. We're talking about data and evidence and points and really good stuff. And notice the certain other group where a bunch of people trying to instigate drama and rile people up to talk about personal stuff, which those people will not be mentioned. But I'm just keeping a close eye, you know. I'm on it. I'm just allowing them to do it for a little bit. But if they disrupt the peace that we got going on here and the fun, if they keep disrupting the fun, they'll be gone. Yeah, it's okay.
Hi guys, I'm back. I'm back from doing hard yard work.
We got an Analema picture here. What's going on here? Bob. Did I say Analema? Analema. 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 Either or. Potato.
Oh, they were just asking about evidence for the tilt. There it is. That's why the analemma is 47 degrees from top to bottom. It's 23.5 degrees tilt. Something any of us can find.
Blair, are you happy with that evidence? What the hell, Lale? Are you there or not? All right, Anna Lima. Who is Miss Lima? She's a good girl. Shout out to Real Cygnus. Appreciate that. So we got now 2 females in the sky. We got Miss Lima, Anna Lima, and Miss Dion, Celine Dion, as for the eclipse. How about that? What do you guys think? Is that a coincidence or what? The Celine Dion eclipse. So measurable, the horizon do not rise to eye level, definitely. With your own eyes, using your instincts and your vision, yeah, you might say that the horizon rises to eye level. But anything you are looking at is at your eye level because you're looking it with your eyes. You're looking at it. Oh, that's fucked up. That's good. I appreciate Bob for that one.
At the center of your vision, like Gary says.
and then objects tilting away from you shake. Will you be able to see them?
Yeah, Demox, a pyramid test.
What's that? What's that? Pyramid test? What is it?
Yeah, you paint the pyramid. Let's say you paint them with some paint, and the bottom you paint white. Now you put the pyramids up in the air, and if they're moving away from you, you should start to see the bottom of the pyramids.
What the hell? So the bottom of the pyramid is white. You
It's
lift the
white.
pyramid off the ground. So let's say it's
Let's
hovering
say
now.
Yeah. If the pyramid is blue, you will see blue. But if it's tilting away, you would see the bottom, the white bottom.
Oh, okay. Got it. Oh my, yeah. There you go.
Now all we need is a big enough pyramid, high enough to see it.
Oh yeah. Is that really his? Is that his go-to? I mean, like that's fantastical, unrealistic.
That's one of them.
But he actually believed that? Did he like mean it?
No, he wants to see it.
But he's serious about it.
Of course, he's serious. Like he's serious to
Fucking hey.
I want to see a blue, a pink, a dust or gas ball. When they reach the moon, they should release some pink gas or something. We could see it. Or
Yeah, I don't-
curve USA on the moon.
Yeah, that would be so hard to even to illustrate it with crayons. So he think that you can have a pyramid hovering in the air, anti-gravity wise, so we can do this test and observe this.
Well, it's easy to put pyramid in the air now.
Well, I don't care, man. I don't know, man. Is it a toy pyramid with a string tied to the ceiling or something?
I don't know. For 1 degree, yes, we would only see one degree of the pyramid. It would have to be 69 miles away. It should be pretty big pyramid.
Nice. Yeah. Who here have a technique and an idea on how to make a pyramid float in the air? Go ahead. Ideas. Or just one at a time, please. One at a time. Thank you. No rushing.
It's obvious the answer is yes.
Okay.
What was the question?
Ideas on how to make a pyramid like the Great Pyramids of Giza, a big pyramid, a normal pyramid size. How can we make it float in the air? So we can do a test with it, an observation test.
We need flat earthers to help us with that perspective, if you will.
Just tie a bunch of party balloons to it.
Bunch of helium. I heard helium has floating abilities.
Well, we can have it on pillars, let's say on the top of the Isle of Man, if they let us.
There is a mathematical problem for someone. How much helium would it take to lift the pyramids of Giza off the ground?
I don't think as much as NASA uses per year, so we can just take a NASA year off of their helium payload, the helium load, and use it for the pyramid test. That's fair, right?
I don't know because I think a pyramid weighs more than a rocket.
Yeah, but NASA in 1 year, NASA launches a bunch of rockets. So I think all the helium put together might do the job. But now, how are we gonna float it? Is it gonna have an external thing that we will fill with helium to lift it up, or we will have something inside the pyramid that we will fill with helium, compressed helium? We'll fill it compressed helium and float it up. Leo, go ahead, man. Your turn.
Well, if we did the balloon idea, the only problem with that is when the balloons pop, that's going to kill a lot of people, and people are going to be mad that the pyramids are broken up. If we can lift it up high enough for that to occur.
Yeah, but the experiment will be a success, so that negates that problem.
It negates the problems that we won't have the pyramids anymore. That's something that's been around for 3 or 4.
Yeah,
5,000
yeah. Well, you got a bunch
It's a
of dead
very
people and-
important. Yeah, it's a very important experiment, Leo.
Okay, I guess that alleviates the problem then.
Yeah, you know what the experiment is, right? Chaik, you want to explain, Leo, what the experiment with the pyramid is?
Which one? Dimox experiment?
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to.
Really quick pause. You don't have to say any more. Once you said Demox experiment, you don't have to explain anything else.
It's very important, Leo. he needs this done.
This will prove once and for all that Earth is not flat.
How would it prove the Earth is flat? Because you floated the pyramid.
You should have listened. We paint the bottom of the pyramid, we paint it white. The other sides we paint blue. We lift the pyramid some feet in the air. We move away from it at the same elevation. If we can see the bottom, then the pyramid is tilted.
The bottom, do you mean the bottom part that we can see or the actual bottom?
We can't see. If we the same elevation of the pyramid, we can't see the bottom, can we?
Well, no, that's my question. Do you mean the bottom that we can see or the actual bottom of the pyramid?
Yeah, like the floor, you mean? Base.
The base.
It wouldn't be the base anymore because it's floating now.
Still the base because it's still floor level.
No, it's high in the air.
Oh, here's the actual question: if the pyramid that we lift off the ground is at rest, is it level or flat?
I'm not sure.
You're making it too hard, Leo. Don't think too much into it. You're making it too hard. We gotta figure out first how to float this pyramid, man. We need to get through that hurdle first.
Maybe you can use one of the smaller ones.
I mean, technically, it doesn't have to float. We can just, I don't know, lift it up with a massive crane or something.
Yes,
Will that
or a jack
like-
or something.
Will that work? Lift it up with a crane and then the observer will go away instead of the pyramid go away from you.
Yes, of course. All you need to show is that from a distance the pyramid is tilted.
So now, right, we got the pyramid up. We use a crane, right? And then, is there gonna be any terrain from us to go up and down? Let's say there's a little bit of terrain, right? But we're going away from the pyramid, and we got this super telescope that will see as far as infinity tell us. Now what? What should we expect to see?
More and more of the bottom of the pyramid as we move away from it.
There you go. That's the point. Leo, do you agree or disagree with that? Will we be able to see the bottom of the pyramid now after we go far enough away?
Sure. I don't know how to answer that question because it's kind of, I'll just say yes.
No, Leo. You must understand it. You must have it like implanted in your brain. You must see this happening in all kinds of possibilities. You must understand it 100% in order to move on.
Well, okay, so when Democ proposed this idea, did he also take into account every variable?
No, you don't have to worry about the small stuff, man.
I'll have to get back to you because I don't know the answer.
Chak is the expert. I'm still learning these techniques, but Chak is the expert here.
Bruce posted a good representation of what we need to see. If the pyramid
All right.
is tilted away from us, then we will see its bottom.
Okay, so here you go. It would require a balloon to have a diameter of 15.5 feet filled with helium to lift a 100-pound person. I don't think there's enough helium in the world to lift a pyramid.
Well, we make sure there is no person in it, then there is no problem.
Yeah, because the pyramid doesn't weigh anything on its own.
Well, you said the balloon is needed to lift a person.
Well,
Now, sorry. I think we are running into a paradox here now. We will have a voice of reason by the name of Lemonbird. You heard the name, right? Lemonbird. And Lemonbird will say that that test is invalid because of the smooshing that will happen in the bottom of the objects in the distance. Let that soak in your brain and then come at me. Go ahead, I mean myself. Are you in awe? Are you just speechless with that? Lemonbird will say that's an invalid test because of the smooshing effects.
I don't know.
No, I'm just waiting. You said his name 3 times.
He might agree that it's a good test. I don't know. Because, yeah, there's no smooshing here, and if there is, it's working against us. It will make the bottom disappear, so surely we won't see it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have Democ and Lemon to sort that out on their own, you know. Hope I can host that one day. The pyramid experiment.
I have a question about eye level. Does anybody know if there are any flirts out there with a lazy eye like Papa Frog? And if so, how do they equate eye level?
hey, leave
Well,
me alone.
there you go, Leo, take it away, man. You're not a flirt, but you can talk about lazy eye a little bit here. Go ahead.
Yes, because I don't technically have lazy eye. I have something else, but it appears as lazy eye. So the answer to your question is, I don't know. That's like someone asking a while back, asking me, how do you see? I told him, well, I see out my eyes.
Good answer, I suppose.
I mean, I'm used to. I was born with what I have, so it's been my whole life. So I see. And then he says, "So do you see clearly?" Yeah, it appears to me that I see clearly.
I suppose you have no real reference point to kind of compare it to, like, so yeah, makes sense.
If I was born with 20/50 vision, how can I compare to know what 20/20 vision is like? And
Yeah.
that's with corrective glass. Just so you guys are aware, it would take 996,996,308 liters of helium to lift the pyramid, the Great Pyramid.
How much NASA just released to the air every year?
Oh, that will only get you 51,500 feet.
So how many years we'll need to collect?
Oh, I'm
this?
sorry. That's 10 feet.
What 10 feet?
We could fill them with hydrogen. Not only that, but
Yeah, hydrogen is good and available.
.98-inch diameter balloons, it would take 123,446 balloons to lift it that far.
All right, so that's the best. That's the base of Dimok, the pyramid. The base of some flat earthers is horizon rises to eye level. The base of lemon is smushing. An anamorphic mine with $5. Does Leal can see clearly now the rain is gone? Do you see clearly now the rain is gone? Can you see all obstacle in your way, Leal?
It depends on how close it is and the angle. The smushy angle of lemon. Bird, lemon bird, lemon bird, lemon bird.
Thank you very much, Anamorphic Mine. I appreciate the super chat a lot. Thank you a lot. Did we get the cow? I didn't get the cow, man.
Is it a smushy angle or limited angle? Those are two different things.
It's the smushing angle of the Rayleigh criterion that affects the angle of attack of what I can see.
Gary Webenga has been absent for a few weeks now. He's present he's here physically, but he's not here verbally. Maybe mentally he's not here. Did you lose your mind, Gary Webenga? That you can't speak anymore with us here? Anamorphic Mind
Well,
got me to sing, yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
it's springtime, so he's probably busy on the farm. It's one of the busiest times of the year for farmers.
Yeah, I'm gonna create a cow with cowbell, like really loud. I'm gonna try that to see if he's Optimus for the super chat. Maybe
Yeah,
I
you're
can
going to
split
need
that
more
in.
cowbell.
Yeah, I need more cowbell, like big time.
Just download an audio editing program and you can pump up the volume of it.
Oh no, I got all of that. I just need to find the audio. I gotta put it together. I gotta find the cow and the cowbell and put it together and get it at least like 5 seconds long, like going like loud and very annoying. That's good. Okay, we got a special guest. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Do you want me to You want to say something to the people on YouTube here? Yeah, I got a guess in here. All right. Yeah, coming in. I got somebody here. Hold on, just give me 1 second. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you can say it now. Put a microphone. Let me put it on microphone here. What's your name again? Thank you, Gladys. I appreciate it. Say goodbye to the people. All right, thanks, Gladys. See you later. Sorry, guys, I just special guest in here for a second.
Here's an interesting fact, Jose. To lift the island of Nauru 4,500 feet, there isn't enough helium in the universe to do so.
I didn't. You
What?
wanna say that again? Yeah, I didn't get it.
So the island of Nauru, I don't know how to pronounce that, but to lift that island with helium 4,500 feet above sea level, there's not enough helium in the universe to be able to lift that.
Okay, got it.
Did you say Earth or the universe?
The universe.
The universe is 25% helium. Sure, there is enough.
Oh, I'm sorry. Apparently I read this wrong. If you could stick a straw into Jupiter and suck out helium, you could then have trillions of liters of helium, then you could do it.
There you go. Unlimited supply of helium. If we can get there.
And that's only 735 billion or 773 billion 518,000 or million kilograms in weight.
But wait, how high can you suck the helium above Jupiter?
Leo,
You just
Leo,
get a long straw.
you got feedback from Twitter. I gotta tell you this.
Yeah,
Islands just don't float on water, Leo. They got a big chunk of land underneath the water.
yeah, you know you can't suck water higher than 10 meters on Earth, right? That's all you can suck them. You can keep sucking all you want, but the water won't go up.
I don't know. Maybe because it's like straight across. You can suck it straight across.
What do you mean cross? It will always be up.
No, you just line up Jupiter with us straight across, and then you suck across.
Yeah, that would be 90 degrees to the surface of Jupiter. It will be up on Jupiter.
I don't know. It's just what this guy is answering an insane question. So he's answering insanely. So
First it was smushing, now it's sucking. Smushing and sucking.
well, they did mention gravity and stuff in here. So I mean, at least this guy believes in gravity.
I got a plan for tomorrow's show. We're gonna talk about a bunch of fantasy Like, what if the moon, I don't know, go away from the Earth? Like one day the moon decide to chewing and take off. What if the sun disappears? And what if whatever this or that happen? What if, I don't know, Uranus and Jupiter just crash to each other and explode? We're going to talk about that because I've seen a lot of videos, clips, and stuff that talk about all that kind of fantastical shit that is not reality, and I don't know how they come up with these theories. But we can entertain it tomorrow. It's good, right?
Hi, Twitwit. How are you?
To Hito, I asked for a small channel with a little over 1,000 subscribers. I got 1,060 subscribers right now. I'm pulling 50 to 60 people watching my live shows. Average 50 people watching my shows. That's really good for 1,000 subscribers. 1,060 subscribers channel. I round it up to 1,000. Now, if I compare to a channel with 2,500 subscribers, then that person should be at least pulling 100 viewers per live show, at least. So I think by numbers don't lie, because if I got when I had my channel 2,500 subscribers, I was having an average of 100 people watching for the longest time. Then channel went down a little bit and slowed down. But as for right now, we're doing great. 50,000 viewers average, fantastic stuff. Yeah, great. By the numbers is good.
On a side note from that, Chike, Bendy Lyle tells me to tell you to suck it.
And to follow up, these viewers, you guys, is just good people and good loyal boom viewers, good supporters of the channel. That I don't get support by the big channels. I don't get that, and I'm hustling my way up. Is what I'm doing. So I really appreciate all of you for being here, man. You guys are awesome, every single one of you.
When you talked earlier, Jose, and you said you were going to have a show tomorrow where we talk about fantasy.
Yes.
Well, whenever we talk about flat Earth, don't we talk about that every time we talk about flat Earth?
Well, you can think of it as fantasy, yes.
Lemonbird must have some very important stuff to do right now because he's not here.
Talking about Lemonbird, who's watching my screen share? I would like to encourage you all to watch my screen share because I have a clip over here by Doofus Manfred. Doofus Manfred has got just a handful of subscribers, like 30 of them. And he's got an unlisted video here when Doofus Manfred goes off on Lemon. I feel bad for it. So I hope that you're watching this. If not, I'm gonna copy this link. I'm gonna paste it over here. And if you guys don't see my screen share, please click on the link that I posted there, and I'm gonna do the countdown. 3, 2, 1, and hitting play now.
Right, let's try again. If you are a 1 foot observer, what is the distance the ship will physically disappear?
Oh, that depends.
Depends on what?
Okay, the shape of the surface that it's on and atmosphere.
Shape of the surface, what is that shape?
I don't know, we're going to have to determine that.
So we don't know the shape.
Let's see, can we eliminate some shapes? How about we eliminate that?
They don't want you to point down and shoot them.
Yeah, we could easily start eliminating some shapes.
Right, so we can eliminate a spherical object.
No, no,
Nope,
that's
nope. We're good. No. It has to be flat first. So try again.
Yeah, we're eliminating some shapes first.
I want you to shoot into
Right, we're
the air.
eliminating. Let's presuppose the surface of the Earth is flat, and we know the atmosphere has a stable gradient such that the highest density is below at 20 feet above ground level or above. So the Earth, if it were actually flat, would appear concave to us, and we don't see that.
Lemon, they're making this so difficult, right?
You're basing that off of a very philosophy-laden interpretation of what light does. You're treating light like a string that bends up and down and gives you this concave or convex appearance. That philosophy-laden.
You know that light bends through air, Lemon. You don't have to come in with your lies.
Talking white knight.
Your interpretation
we
of light is
already know
different,
that
frankly, needs
light
to be
bends
done.
through air, and you are already fully aware that light bends through our atmosphere. You are very aware that light bends through air at the influence of some other change in density. You're so aware of it that you actually had a discussion with me over which direction light would bend through such a density gradient and agreed with me that it would bend downward. But now you want to come in here and say some bullshit about philosophy.
I know your philosophy-laden interpretation of light, and I know what answers to say to get an A on the test, but it's bullshit. Treating a light like a string seesaw that bends up and makes the image go down, or bends down and makes the image go up is just absurd. Light is more like an effigy that can appear anywhere in space because the ether is anywhere. And with the right vibratory pattern, this effigy of light can appear anywhere. It's not a string that bends up and down. Your theory of light is baseless. Sorry.
All right, so just ignore all the experimentation necessary to come to a conclusion. We want to have the ether give us the least number of answers possible and say light could put something anywhere. The entire goal of that statement is to know less, which is a completely moronic position to hold.
But light isn't a string with a shape that justifies your notion of light going up and down like a seesaw, bending down, making the image go up, or bending up and making the image go down. It doesn't have that shape to justify that unless you go to Mick West's laser sugar water experiment, where you've shaped the light into a laser first and then bent it at the boundary between media or in some sort of sugar water, abstraction.
Then do the experiment in air like I showed you, you lying piece of shit.
Oh,
anyway,
come
your
on, don't compliment
endless
him.
string of bending light is bullshit. Light is more like an effigy that can appear anywhere, in any medium, under the right vibratory conditions.
Just could be anywhere. Just proclaim ignorance as a better option than experimentally verifying that as you shine a light through such a medium, that it does what I say it does, and not that it could be anywhere. It has a specific direction that it changes in. Fucking lying cunts.
An imaginative cunt, trying to bring us back to 300, 400-year-old theories that need to be jettisoned to help us figure out whether the Earth is flat or not.
So jettison all of optics, part of the science necessary to make the communication platform that we speak on possible. The data transmits via light, and we know how it goes to get from one end of the server to another via light. These are things that we know about, and you rely on in order to spread your bullshit on the internet.
Modify it as necessary so we can go in the direction necessary to figure out whether the Earth is flat or not, and junk the inappropriate parts of the theory that take us nowhere, namely that light is a string that bends up and down like a seesaw, taking the image at the other end in the opposite direction.
And your goal is specifically to junk all of optics, to say that we know less than we actually know. That is a dishonest position to hold.
Just part of it. No, we don't have to get rid of the whole baby with the bathwater, just maybe the part of the water that stinks.
And the optics,
Some experimentation then. Go ahead and find out what light does when it's passing through such a gradient. If you proclaim that it could be anywhere, why don't you show that to me? Induce a stable gradient. Show light going through it and being in any random ass direction, like you say it should.
I kind of like the fact that it shows up like an effigy. Light is a ghost. It could just show up. It could just show up. Doesn't have to emit from something. Doesn't have to, have any source of energy. It could just show up. It's an effigy. It's a ghost. Yeah, I got some light coming in. Don't know where it's from. Don't know what it's doing. I don't know. So Earth is flat because, reasons.
All right. Thank you very much, Doofus Manfred, for that clip. That was funny. Very, very entertaining. Your thoughts, guys. I'll go on mute. Let you give feedback.
That's the first time I've ever heard anybody describe light as like an effigy. What the hell does that mean?
It would say, I hope Doofus learned from his hateful encounter. Thank you, Tweet, to bring it down to earth. It's all about loving each other. I think Doofus loved Lemon when he called him cunt. It's like a beautiful thing. I think Lemonbird is a genius. Prove me wrong.
I think I've got it. Well, maybe he's talking about the Burning Man when he says light is like an effigy. That's the only thing I can think of when it comes to light and an effigy combined. Maybe that's it.
Can you spell that word?
What, effigy?
Yes. Can you spell it? I don't know what the first letter is.
It's EFFIGY.
EFF?
IGY.
Are you sure it's not a math problem like f of g? Like kind of f of x?
Well, it's possible. He might have some kind of speech impediment.
Effigy? Effigy? This? EFFIGY. A sculpture or model of a person, a roughly made model of a particular person made in order to be damaged or destroyed as a protest or expression of anger. Burn the effigy! The senator! The senator. Fucking I can't say that word. What's burning effigy? How do you say this word? Senator.
Is that senator?
Senator, that's the word.
My
English is not very good looking.
I just hate how Flat Earth has to change optics to try to suit their needs, even though it doesn't. Like, eye doctors understand optics, or they couldn't give out glasses. And optometrists understand how light bends and stuff to help people fix their eyes. Like, the optics is well known. Like, they know, those people know a lot about it. Why can't we, go by what they say instead of what a flat earther has to make up?
What do you mean we?
Just in general, why does the flat earth determine what light does or can and can't do when these professionals understand what light does and how to control light through lenses to help people see better, or do eye surgery on their eyes so they can see better?
They had to unlearn, the flat earthers and the globe deniers had to unlearn everything they learned and everything they know about optics and light and physics in order to hold on to the flat earth. If they attempt to understand anything that is known about optics, light, and physics, they wouldn't be a flat earther. So they must just not know anything, and they must try to rewrite it somehow, one way or another. So what they use is they use the foundation already built in all the knowledge about optics, light, behavior of light, and physics. They use that as a foundation, and then they rewrite what is already written, but just in a slightly different way in order for them to stay as flat earthers. You know what I mean? Did that make sense?
Yeah, it may. Go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, so you're saying that if they understand that light is not due to the magnetic density of the ether, then they will understand it.
You also said something. You mentioned a word there relating to optometrists and these kind of people. You said professional. That implies they've had years of higher education compared to flat earthers.
But what doesn't make sense is those are flat earthers that wear glasses. How can they reject what we're talking about, but accept that their eye doctor can give them accurate readings on their eyes and help the light bend through the lenses to know which lenses to give them? I mean, that doesn't make any sense to me.
They'd probably just say magic or something.
It's very simple. It's just cherry picking.
They can't. Another thing, they can't accept. They say the government lies to you, but yet they wholeheartedly think James Cook took a 60,000 mile thing to discover new lands, but that was purely sanctioned by the British government because he's part of the Royal Navy. Why do they accept anything he does? Because he's part of the Royal Navy.
How about this beautiful call from a scammer that I just got right now, right? This is your customer support from Amazon.com. Just to inform you that the purchase you just made for $1,000 something, I just didn't hear to listen anymore after from Amazon support because I am not an Amazon. I'm not an Amazon customer, right? I don't have anything linked with Amazon, but they still try to tell me that I made a purchase. Love it. You gotta love it. And how the fuck am I gonna make a purchase for $1,000 when I don't got $20 today in my pocket? What the fuck? Well, hit that super chat, guys. I made a few dollars in super chat, like $20 in super chat. That's good. If anybody can hit me up on PayPal or super chat, feel free to do so. Support the channel. Boom. Earth is Life posted a picture here. Looks like a ruler with a cross line or a cross line. How do you call this? There's a term that is, I don't remember it.
Crosshair.
Crosshair line. Yeah, the crosshair. Okay, let's do this. Leo, you there? I see Grubus here. We actually got in the house. Chike is here. Fred, Hiro, left lane. Grubus, Leo is not here, but Tiny Captain is here. How crosshairs? Thank you. How can they, but they I mean the globe deniers and the science deniers, the reality deniers, the flat earthers, how can they measure the distance to, let's say, the moon? Go. By their, now, side note, by their, requirements, whatever they require us to do as in the globe side, in the normal people side, in the reality, those things that we do are no good. Those things that doing trigonometry, doing math and angles and and processions. None of that shit is good. So they have some certain requirements to do tests and to do measurements. What do they need to do in order for them to measure a distance to a celestial body, let's say the moon, which is the easier? Now, go ahead. What you guys say? Let's brainstorm here.
Well, I know that Nathan Thompson tries this with folding toilet paper.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, and knowing the size of the little squares of the toilet paper and the actual roll, yeah, you can do that. That's a good one.
Yeah, it didn't work quite well. They couldn't fold it 20 times.
No, but it was fun to watch.
Taking requests from the audience, what techniques, what you guys think is a good way to measure distance to the moon?
Well,
remember, yeah, go ahead.
The most reliable would be with the tape measure, of course.
There you go. Now, they want to be precise. They want to be by the millimeter. On a tape measure, realistically, how long of a tape measure will they need? And then they're going to have to overlap it. So they're going to have to fold the whole tape measure. They're going to have to measure that point in order for them to go, or do they got multiple tape measures? Explain to me how a tape measure will work, because they're not going to have a long enough tape measure to measure with just one tape measure.
Well, they can glue several tape measures together. I don't know.
Yeah, but you can't do that because I use tape measures in my work quite a lot, and when measuring stuff, I have to use the same tape measure every time, because if I switch over to another tape measure, the measurements are not exactly the same, so they're off slightly.
Yeah,
so you'd have to get it.
We won't have it on the millimeters. That's okay. Not on the millimeters.
Yeah, let's allow him a margin of error.
On a mile.
Yeah. Let's allow him a margin of error. Yeah, that's fair.
So I advise them to start with roughly, let's say, 400,000 and 410,000 kilometers tape measure. My problem, the only problem I see here, is that it will seems to wrap around the Earth as the moon moving across. So I don't know how they go.
I think, yeah, there are two ways they can do this. They can either set up their base where they're doing this test to the distance to the moon and just keep building up the measuring tapes, link to each other, link all the measuring tapes. We still haven't talked how they are going to go high up, but we get to that. Let's say they build their base, and then when they are ready, then they got to wait for the moon to pass over them. That's one way. Or they can build this base that is on a vehicle, movable, that they can move. This vehicle must go over land or water. You know what I mean? So they got a big vehicle. They can keep driving as they keep building, and they are underneath the moon. As the moon traverses across the sky, they must follow this moon until they build up and measure it.
Right,
I think if they build the base fixed, they can just wait for the moon to go above them. What do you think?
No, I have much simple solution. Just put the heavy weight on the bottom of the tape measure on Earth, and don't let it below Mount Everest, and all will be good. We'll need to add this distance later.
When you said weight, I thought you were going to say put it at the end of a fishing line and just cast it out to the moon.
No. On the Earth side, put something heavy. Yes, that will hold the tape tight, but will still be up in the air. Will not fall down. On the moon side, you need to anchor it, so the pull from the Earth won't pull it out.
Now, for to go up, how are we going to go up? Are we going to use helium balloons and to lift it up? Because we must be there. We must not just send a helium balloon or a drone device to go up. We must be there physically holding the tip of the measuring tape, because we must touch the moon. So we know it's legit. How are we going to go up? What are we going to use?
Well, you're also going to need something to some kind of industrial drill or something to drill through the ether, just so you can get to the moon.
No, NASA rockets do it every day. It's not a problem. The dome, you mean, not the ether.
Yes, excuse me. Yes, the dome.
Well, NASA rockets already do it. I don't know how, but they do it.
How about an elastic measuring tape? Will that work?
That's unreliable measurement.
Oh, well. Sorry, Stevie B. That's not a good one.
We can build like a massive catapult and just put, I don't know, Nathan Oakley in the catapult and just fire him to the moon.
So he's got, I mean, as long as the one person that going top of the catapult, right? He's got cameras around him all over the place, and definitely they must be measuring the tape, the hand, the arm pointing up with the measuring tape, because as the catapult goes up, and then it touches the moon, touch, and then it go down. So when it touches, it must click at the same time. You must then know in the bottom when the point was in the touch, so then you get the measurement of it. And don't worry about it, the person will be fine because they will have parachutes. That's what they come back down.
What if they go a stowaway, wait till we go back to the moon, go a stowaway on the rocket, take a long rope tie it somewhere to the base of the Earth, and spin it off until they've reached the moon, and then cut the rope, drop it down, and then measure the rope.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, we've been thinking it the wrong way. The easier way to do is to just go up to the moon, land in it, and then measure it from there. Just drop something to the Earth.
You need to remember that relative density works the opposite direction on the moon. The opposite to what it works on the Earth. So everything goes up there.
Robert Gillis say, lasso the moon with Wonder Woman's magic lasso. As for holding it in place while we complete the build of the measuring tapes up.
What, he wants to ask the moon if how far it is with the lasso? Because when you're stuck in the lasso of Wonder Woman, you cannot lie.
Yeah. That's a good one. And all the celestial bodies, the water, the earth, everything is sentient. So everything should be able to communicate with each other. So through the Wonder Woman's lasso, the moon should be able to, you should be able to understand what he's saying. And you should just ask him, how far are you from Earth? Dude, I'm tearing up over here, man. Let me go on mute. I'm gonna cry for a bit. That's beautiful. Okay, I cried enough. It's a good one, but I think it's a little unrealistic. I don't know where to find Wonder Woman, so
I don't think she's real.
I mean, maybe, who knows? If Bigfoot is real, why not Wonder Woman?
So her lasso is only about 150 foot long, so it's kind of useless.
Well, you can take a plane to fly next to the moon and then lasso from the airplane window.
Wait. Wonder Woman needs an airplane?
She has an invisible plane that she
She
flies.
actually
Yeah.
can. She now she can fly anyway. Yeah, she can fly.
Yeah, she used to have an invisible plane, but in the movie she can fly.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Oh, that's
Yeah.
garbage.
Spoiler!
No way.
Spoiler alert!
That's all right. I'm never gonna watch those movies anyway. It's
Actually, the first one was really good. It was enjoyable. First one was decent.
It was. And it's got that wonderful woman playing her.
Yeah.
the
Second one was
destroyed it a
shitty.
bit.
Yeah, it was a little shitty, but got a lot of issues with it. But I watched it anyway. Enjoyed it.
I mean, I used to watch the cartoons as a kid, and just her flying her invisible plane, that was just hilarious to me. That's just sad.
Yeah, they tried to pull that off in the newer movie with the invisible plane and stuff. Didn't work out too well.
But I had those complaints from Egypt.
What complaints?
I don't know. It takes place in Egypt, and they filmed it in Morocco or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
And
very nice. Imagine we make a movie about England and film it in Norway.
Don't watch Braveheart then.
Or Indiana Jones.
Yeah, Indiana Jones. Yes, they go to Berlin for a Nazi book burning, and they went just up the road where I got married. And Braveheart, most of that was filmed in Northern Ireland. Well, Ireland.
And the part there in Egypt is actually Tunis.
They guess where most Vietnam War films are filmed? Clue, not Vietnam.
Yeah, but Egypt, you can go and make films.
Or most any movie that's supposedly shot in New York is usually somewhere in Canada.
Yep.
Now, this one movie they shot in New York in a very busy place, and they spent millions of dollars for a few seconds scene. That was Vanilla Sky with Tom Cruise. I think that's the name of the movie. And they had to shut down Central Avenue, I think, New York. They shut it down for a few blocks. And there was no people, and he just woke up, whatever, and like he was like a little crazy in the middle of the road, and the camera zooming out, and there was nobody, and there was a real shot. It was no green screen, nothing. It was just empty. That segment, you know how many millions of dollars they had to pay to those business around those few blocks? That was incredibly big waste, big spent of money.
There's a cheaper way of doing it. If you watch the zombie flick 28 Days Later, when he first wakes up and walks across Westminster Bridge in London and it's deserted. It is deserted. That was early one Sunday morning. There was nobody about. The sun had just come up, so they filmed it. So the reason London looks deserted is because it was.
Yeah, I'm sure they can find hours when it's not so busy.
Yep. So you do it.
Farmers Boy, you came in late, and we were trying to figure out how to, by globe deniers rules and expectations, how can we measure the distance to the moon?
We can't.
No, we were getting there, man. We were getting there.
What with super duper long tape measures and stuff?
Long. I mean, we got to link it. We got to. I mean, there's gonna be a margin of error. We gave the margin of error. There was a few issues, many measuring tapes, one linked to each other at the ends. The movement of the moon, you must either follow the moon or stay in place and wait for the moon to come above us. How are we going to go up? How are we going? One person going to go up? We cannot send a third party like a drone or helium because we must be physically touching the moon. I mean, it's a couple of things to do, but we were getting there.
Well, I mean, first, apologies. I've just got home from work. And secondly, you're forgetting one small but salient fact. You can't measure the distance to the moon because the moon is in space and space is fake.
Well, you can't use celestial object to tell the shape of the Earth, but
Yeah,
You
we
can't
cannot.
tell the shape of the Earth by looking at the sky, and space is fake. So there you go.
But apparently now you can. So it will take some time to convince them that you can measure the distance to the moon.
But how do you measure the distance to something that may or may not actually be there anyway?
Well, they must attempt to go there and then
Okay.
tell us.
I mean, you know, I'm playing devil's advocate here. You know, the moon isn't solid. It's just its own light source. But please don't ask me how you get shadows on the light source. And it is only a few thousand miles up, but that still puts it in space, and space is fake. Fucker.
So they win twice. They show us that the moon is not material. They went through it.
Yeah.
And they measured the distance to what's not there.
Which is quite impressive, to be able to measure the distance to something that isn't there. But I mean, they make everything else up, so yeah, it's easy for them, isn't it? I guess. But yeah, quite how somebody would get a tape into space from the surface of the Earth. Oh, that's some nasty physics involved there.
Yeah, we need to make it from light material, light and strong.
Yes, if you look at the theory behind building a space elevator and just how difficult that would be, you're faced with exactly the same problem of getting a tape measure up into space and keeping it straight. Yeah, that's a toughie.
Well, if it's not straight, we can calculate the sagitta.
Yeah, but I'm surprised that they put so much credence in using lasers to prove in their mind that the Earth is flat. Why can't they use a laser to shoot the distance to the moon? I mean, they're forever banging on about how lasers prove that the Earth is flat. Well, why can't you use a laser to measure the distance to the moon?
No, because then it's not direct measuring.
So they can't use a laser for anything then?
No, only when they don't want to.
Ah, of course, yes. Sorry, it's I've had a day of completely rational thought. So yeah, this is a bit of a
Measurement must be physically made.
only in their minds.
Yes, yes. So we must follow their set of criteria in order to measure that.
That's a toughie. That means you've got to think completely illogically.
No, man. Because look, I came up with this, right?
Okay.
You build a vehicle that is it can drive on land or float on water, right? You got this vehicle.
Okay.
So you got a steady height above the water, right? And then you first tape measuring, you're gonna have it. So where you're standing on the vehicle is 5 foot above the surface. You already got this at 5 foot. The first measuring tape, 5 foot.
Okay.
You go all the way up, minus the 5 foot, and then you just link in the tape. You just link another measuring tape. Let's say there are 100-foot measuring tapes. You link another one, stretch it all the way out, and then you link another one at the end of that one, etc. You just add up how many measuring tapes, but then in the top at the end, when you're just reaching the moon, one must physically be there to touch the tip of the measuring tape to the moon, and then whatever is we're using of the last measuring tape touching, then we will add up all the measuring tapes, and that will be a physical solid distance to the moon. Do we have to add up how many measuring tapes? Yes, but still the measurement was physical. Now the thing is, for this vehicle that I'm telling you about the vehicle because that's gonna take a while to build, and I don't want to build too many measuring tapes up and just wait for the moon. I just follow the path of the moon, driving as along underneath the moon. As the moon goes away, as the moon go doing the circuit above the flat, beautiful Earth, I'm gonna be driving underneath it at all times. So if it goes in water, we're gonna go on water. If it goes in land, we're gonna go in land, right? And then to go up, I was thinking heavy duty drone that it can, like a helicopter first, and then in this helicopter, there's a very heavy duty drone that is going to bring me up a little higher. When the drone can't go up, then I got a helium balloon because the moon is in an Earth atmosphere, so the helium balloon should go up to the moon. Because I'm going to be underneath it, then whenever I'm really close, then I just touch the moon with the measuring tape, and that's it. What do you think?
I just had another idea.
Go on.
Hold on. Let me get feedback. Farmer's Boy. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Oh dear, that's so ludicrous. You could be a flat earther.
Wait. I have another idea. We shoot something up that will hit the dome, and we latch to the dome with this vacuum thingies like in James Bond when you climb the wall, the glass. Something like that, and then we lower the measuring tape.
Or they have this the blue dot thing, so they have flares all over the place. So if they see this moon go halfway behind the horizon, they just find some blue dots that lives there, and they can measure it from side to side. Then I know.
I think we're doing it. We're getting somewhere today. At least we're giving them ideas. They can elaborate and they can, help us figure it out.
I mean, I would just use like a space elevator.
Yeah, but that's gonna be like way too much. I mean, to build a space elevator, that's a little bit too much in the future. I want to do it now.
How about going to the rim and start climbing the dome from there?
Okay, if you want to do it cheaply, I would suggest, you would build a rifle that was capable of sending a bullet to the moon. And you would tie a piece of string to that bullet and then just fire it to the moon.
And
then you could measure.
You got something there. Yes.
Now,
yes, I didn't.
Yeah,
go ahead, man. Go ahead, Farmer.
Didn't the Americans actually experiment with using rather large cannon to fire things into suborbit?
Yeah, but they didn't tie a rope to them.
This is true. Yeah, they missed a trick there.
See, they missed the opportunity, man.
I mean, the Germans tried to build a super cannon. There was somebody over here tried to sell Saddam Hussein something roughly equivalent. But even then, I don't think that was quite beefy enough to get anything out of orbit into the moon. It need to be really, really, really big.
But you gotta put, Grubus, I give you that, man. You got a lot easier technique to measure this height to the moon, man, with a bullet, with a string tied to a bullet. But then I got another one, right? If a height of a plane, of an aircraft, is consistent, in order for me to figure out the height of an airplane is consistent, I must measure when the airplane, I must be in the cockpit with the pilot. They say, all right, we are at 1,000 feet above the surface. All right, so just keep at that height, and I just throw a measuring tape down, and I make sure that it's 1,000 feet down. I say, all right, just go up another 100 feet. Go up another 100 feet. I'm going to add 100 feet to this measuring tape, and then flip-flop in the bottom. They say, yeah, touchdown. I go like, yeah, man, 1,100 feet. Exactly. So I will trust that the height of the plane is correct. I will fly to the moon. I will fly to the moon in a plane. And then when I'm next to the moon, then through the window, just make sure that the wing of the plane touches the moon. I just climb up really quick and make sure that, touch it. Yeah, because I got to touch it. It doesn't matter if the plane touches the moon. I must touch it. I just touch the moon. All right, what's the height? X amount of this height. And that's it. What you guys think?
I think I should have stayed at work.
I'll go tell NASA. They wasted
Is-
all money on the rockets.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. Big Gambino, what do you think?
What are you going to do? You going to roll down the window of a plane?
Hold
Or...
on, Grubus. Fuck's sake. Big Gambino, what you say?
Sorry.
It's awesome. I mean, no reason for NASA to be building rockets then.
It just makes sense. Now, is that considered a direct measurement? Because I'm not actually building from the ground to the moon, but I'm happy with the height that I'm in on the plane. I think that's pretty much a direct measurement, right?
If you trust the people that made the tape measure, they could be making it fake.
That's fair. So we're gonna go by the measuring that the measurement that the tape measure is giving us. Yeah.
What if it's been stretched by gravity?
Oh, but you're now adding other factors. We must keep it simple.
What if, when you look at it, it's refracted and you misread it?
No, because he's gonna be one person. He's gonna be like pulling into it. Like you feel it, yeah, I feel it. I say like, dude, but what I see is zigzagging, and I see like it's taking a curve. Don't worry, it's stretched. It's straight and fit.
If you think about it, there are no direct measurements. You can't directly measure time. You can't directly measure speed, weight, distance.
Right? You can do measurements on it as for equations, and math. You can do math on all this stuff.
No, distance. The only thing you can measure is distance, which is direct.
But what is considered a direct measurement still? I think we are failing to describe what a direct measurement will be.
Direct, no calculation, nothing.
Hey, Big Gambino.
Yeah.
I haven't seen you around in a while, but so hi. I was also going to add to that, you can't directly measure the speed of wind without some other device. You can't take a ruler and measure the speed of wind.
I guess it doesn't exist then.
Well, you
Never been measured.
Can throw a balloon and see how much time it takes it to get from one place to another, but still it requires
a calculation.
The
distance over time.
But even distance, the ruler is calculated. So so even distance is not direct.
No, it's not calculated. It's the tape which has markings on it, and that's it.
And that markings are calculated.
Don't have to be. Just have to be spaced equally. That's all.
No, they were put on by a machine that was programmed to move a certain number of steps between inches. That's a calculation.
No, you can take a piece of wood, make a marking, move the piece of wood, make another marking. There's no calculation here. It's direct.
But how do you know how long that piece of wood is?
I don't care. I know it's 5 units.
So it's just a comparison to a standard. It's not an actual measurement.
It's a measurement.
It's a comparison. It's not a measurement. Comparison to the NIST standard for distance.
Yeah, it's still a measurement.
You want to say you calculated the number of markings on the tape.
I wonder can we ever directly measure the radius of a basketball?
I would say no.
And try.
Yeah, why not? Cut it in half.
Don't cut it. Put a needle through it.
Oh,
Yeah.
great. Oh, great. The Joni voice is back.
All right, I got a shout out to do over here. We got a donation. Thank you for helping the channel, John Rapp. with a $3.59. Happy to go there and help with the measurement. Please organize to send me. Thanks. Regards, John Rapp. Thank you, John Rapp. Hey, I'm working on it. I appreciate, man. Thank you very much. And yeah, John Rapp for $2 Australian just telling me, hollering at me, treasure hunt. Please check PayPal for the real comment. Thank you, John Rapp. Double donation. We got a 2 Australians with super chat, and we got a $3.59 with PayPal, and the dogs are going crazy now. These are my dogs.
Yes, we can hear them.
These are my dogs now. You see how different they sound versus the other ones?
Yes, I know when it's your dogs, Jose.
Yeah, they're all howling at the same time. They go crazy at this time.
Little yappy things.
Hey, Jose.
Yeah, I got to step away for a few minutes, man. I got to take care of them. I'll be back.
I want to go back to measuring the distance to the moon because I like the gun idea. Of course, not a gunpowder gun, but a rail gun long enough to be able to do it. And I think in the first shot you'd realize that the moon is not circling above the Earth.
Oh, that was the one I was thinking of. It was HARP. It was the US HARP High Altitude Research Project.
Hello, Farmer's Boy.
Hello, do you want me to drone on in the monotone voice?
Did you like my super chat yesterday?
Yeah, I thought it was a bit rich coming from you, but you know, yeah, well done, mate. Well played. Liked it. Git.
I think Humongous probably would have liked it too.
Yeah, who knows with that guy? Yeah, a rail gun might be a better bet than using, you know, gunpowder or some such. I don't think HARP was just a conventional gunpowder gun either.
Are we waiting for Gary to speak up?
No.
Not really. I haven't spoken for over a week.
But who are we going to argue with?
Ourselves.
We need someone. No, that's silly. We can all pretend to say silly stuff.
Shaki, if your standards of direct measurements, you don't care how big the piece of wood is to make a measurement tape. We can also say that the distance to the moon is 1, and then we know that the distance to the moon is 1 distance to the moon.
Yeah, that's true. But we want to see what is it in our scale.
Yeah, but then
how
it would
many
be
men?
direct measurement.
What is the distance to the moon in man height, for example?
But that would be an indirect measurement. If we say the distance to the moon is 1 distance to the moon, then it's a direct measurement.
Hey, Farmer's Boy.
2 million men, also.
Hey, Farmer's Boy, what text channel are you in?
Daily Boom.
I'm in YouTube Links Discord.
Yes.
Can you tell me how many gauge this shotgun is once it actually loads?
That looks very similar size to what we used to call over here a punt gun. I'm not entirely sure that that's small enough to have a shotgun gauge, because the shotguns, the smaller the number, the bigger the caliber.
Yes, you're correct. It is a punt gun. It is a punt gauge shotgun.
Yes, That's and I've actually seen one demonstrated, albeit he was on dry land at a country fair here many years ago, and they'd put this in a punt, obviously like a flat bottom canoe, and you paddle out to where all the ducks, all the geese are on the water, and you fire it, and lots of shot comes out the front. You fly backwards because of the recoil, and then hopefully you can paddle out there afterwards and pick up all the ducks or the geese or whatever that you've just shot with it. Yeah. To watch one of these go off is quite something. And they used to say they certainly used to use them for hunting.
Shell cartridge is almost two inches in diameter.
Yeah. Yeah. The truth nerds, you're right. It's although that is just a scaled up shotgun, it is pretty much a small cannon. But yeah, it's not the sort of thing you held to your shoulder and shot. And they were called punt guns because they were mounted in a punt that would float.
Here is a 1-gauge shotgun shell compared to a 12-gauge shotgun shell.
Yeah. Yeah. The when it comes to gauge, the higher the number, the smaller the caliber. So obviously a 12 gauge is smaller than a 10, but smaller than an 8, and so on and so forth. Yeah, I saw one of these fired on dry land, and he still went backwards by several feet because he was just on the grass field.
You know what you need to do? You just need to stand against the wall with that against your shoulder and see what happens.
I've seen smaller shotguns than that, although they're still absolutely huge. And when you fire them, you don't put it against your shoulder; you put it against a gate post. Because anything like that held against your shoulder, it's going to hurt.
Sorry that I missed the past few minutes. I don't know what's going on here now.
Lael brought up a punt gun. There's a photo of it in the YouTube links.
For what? For measurement?
Measure.
Yeah. Oh, and Nerd Alert has put a picture of an actual punt gun in a punt in Daily Boom. It's a cross between a shotgun and a small cannon. You use it for going out and shooting wildfowl on the water.
And for what? How are we going to measure using that?
One length of the barrel is one length. One punt gun length.
It's a very random thing to use to measure anything, really. But
yeah.
But it's interesting that you brought it up.
That's all right. I mean, we haven't even entertained ships. We can measure in ships, like MC2 and have the measuring, the table on how to use ships.
Oh yes, how many sheep lengths is it? Yeah, that's.
Yeah. And I think that's a good idea because ships can climb like in the very, very uphill mountains, and ships can climb in there. Like they can climb trees, for fuck's sake. So they can climb the top of each other's shoulders. They can just keep climbing on top of each other until they reach the moon. And then I climb, and then I go next to them. I climb them like a big ladder, and then I touch the moon to make sure that it's physical, and then I'll get the distance to the moon using ships.
That's not sheep length, that's goat length.
Well, there is a conversion factor to be used.
But we already settled on the distance to the moon is 1 moon distance length.
Yeah, I mean we've got the distance from the Earth to the Sun is 1 astronomical unit. So maybe we could say the distance from the Earth to the Moon is 1 lunar unit, maybe a moon unit. It's got to be. Shout out to Frank Zappa. We'll call it the moon unit.
Yeah, and if you want to calculate with it, it's twice the half.
The problem,
exactly.
The problem with the moon unit is that teenagers may be confused.
What do you mean teenagers may be confused? That's the natural state of a teenager, isn't it? Confused?
Well, yeah, by the moon unit, because my moon may be smaller or bigger than your moon.
Oh, no, we're not on about the size of the moon. We're on about the distance. The distance from the Earth to the moon is 1 moon unit.
Yeah, but you have to take into account every variable.
Do you?
According to Flat Earth.
Well, they don't.
Leo, I missed the super chat, man. How dare I? Because I was away from the keyboard. So here goes a super chat by John Watson for £5. And you know what? I'm gonna hit the cow again. Here we go. Just for you, John Watson. That was the cow. YouTube heard it. Thank you very much, John Watson. You read a tape measure with your eyes. We don't understand optics. Therefore, this is a satanic paradigm. #Lemon. Fucking hey. You got a point. Wait. You just exploded my head with that.
I saw the point. I think he gets a gold star for that. He could go to the cupboard and get a gold star for that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to find a way to feed the cow. When the cow moo, it's time for me to read the super chat. I'm gonna have to find a way to feed the audio to here to the Discord. So
yeah, because obviously we don't hear it, do we?
Yeah.
But of course, it was away from the keyboard anyway, so.
Yeah, I wouldn't interrupt you. You would just hear the cow and cowbells. There's gonna be a lot of cowbells with the cow tomorrow.
Oh, cowbell! I need more cowbell.
Well, it's the end of my Gary video.
Nice, man. Nice. You want to throw a link on YouTube for people to check on your channel? Type something in YouTube anyway. So, because most of us, everybody with moderator, we can click on the 3 dots next to your name and go to your channel. So people can go check on your channel. And also, Tiny Captain, because you put content up in the comment section of the videos, just type something, boom, or hey, check out my channel. Just shield your channel on the comment section. That's all right. Because when you type something on YouTube, it's easier for us in computer and in the phone to just click on your name and it will take us to your channel, you know? It's easier to find than typing it.
This is cool. So I'm doing a little research of different ways to measure the distance to the moon. And I'm reading an article right now. I haven't read it all. But these astronomers from... I'm going to pronounce this word wrong, so I'm going to have you... I'm going to post in chat, Jose, and hopefully you can pronounce it. It's a city in Colombia. But anyways, these astronomers have come up with a way to measure the moon with a smartphone, tablets, and other technologies like that, the digital camera, and precise clocks.
Yeah, it's good. It's a way to measure it. It doesn't pass flat Earth, requirements for be a direct measurement, but it's a measurement, for us. It's okay.
Cool. Oh, don't blame me not trying to pronounce that one. Bloody hell.
That's why I wanted Jose could maybe. Antioquia.
I don't see the link. I don't read it. I don't see it.
He's put it in YouTube links. Don't know why.
Oh. Daily Boom Uncensored, Leo.
Yeah, well, he's new here, isn't he?
Yeah, you're new. I think you're new. Is that a YouTube name?
There you go.
Antioquia. Yeah, Antioquia. Kia, maybe Oquia, because Colombia, some of the names, some of them you actually mentioned the U after the Q. So Antioquia. Can you say it? Can you say it 3 times? Antioquia. Leo?
No, but I can say another word 3 times.
Don't you fucking dare. Just hold the fuck on.
It's way easier. It's way easier though, Jose.
You can fuck off.
We've already
lemon.
We've already said it about 4. We've already said it about 4.
Rumpus.
Somebody shouted lemon 3 times there in the background.
I've already said lemon bird, and he hasn't shown up yet.
Tosser.
Not Jose's here though, so that's good.
Yeah, that's a long ass shell, man, for this big ass cannon, bro. This is giants weapons.
They're used for shooting ducks several at a time. Or they were. I mean, they're not used anymore. But yeah, that's why it's called a punt gun, because you mounted it in a punt which is like a flat-bottomed boat. Yeah, it's basically a cross between a shotgun and a cannon. And the idea was that you very carefully, slowly, quietly paddled your way out to where the ducks were and touched this thing off, and it just boom and sort of wiped out everything that was in front of it.
Is it the equivalent of 15 to 20 regular shells? One of these?
At least, if not more. Yeah, if not more. It goes off with a hell of a bang, and anything that's sort of within, I don't know, 50 feet of it, damn near gets shredded. And that was the whole point. It was you didn't go out and shoot one duck; you went out and shot all of them in one go. Bloody great things there.
This is interesting. So you get a camera with a tripod, like a P900, and they're saying you set it on a tripod and angle the camera up to the moon, and then get your cell phone and get a app on your cell phone that measures that angle, so you know the angle of elevation. And then it says for every image you will need to measure the apparent diameter of the moon in pixels. Seeing the increase of the moon rises higher in the sky. Lastly, the moon's distance can be measured from only 2 images. Of course, more images the better. So they have a mathematical problem, but basically what you're doing is taking that angle and the amount of pixels that it changes over those 2 pictures, and you can get the distance to the moon.
I don't have any comments for that, man. That's too complicated. Too mathematical for me, man.
Well, if you know the size of the moon, you can actually take the distance of the angle of the bottom and the angle of the top of the moon and calculate the size of it. But then the distance to it. But that will be going into very, very small numbers. The angle that is, not the distance.
That's total bullshit. Can't measure the moon distance to the moon like that.
That picture's funny.
That's just, oh god.
It looks so evil. Fucking A.
Yeah.
It doesn't even open. I tried to open it. It doesn't even want to open. There you go. Yeah, I'll show it for YouTube. That's a creepy ass looking fucking Easter bunny.
Oh. The kid's not happy, is he? I mean, he's like,
no,
really?
Man, what the fuck?
You want me to sit on this thing's lap? Really?
Oh, man. Disturbing.
Yes.
Like one of those disturbing old school pictures, you know. Yeah.
There's the steps. Then you do a division problem, and it will tell you the distance.
Wow, that's hardly a direct measurement, is it? Blimey.
It's not a measuring tape measurement, but even measuring tapes are inaccurate because they're calculated anyway. So you can't use measuring tapes. Those are
calculations. Yeah, they used to make the measuring tape, but then using the measuring tape is a direct measure.
Plus, they have to. Well, flat earthers have to throw out measuring tapes because measuring tapes aren't natural; they're man-made.
Oh yes, they get all sorts of wrong about that as well, don't they? About the natural sciences. You don't even know what that means.
All right, we are getting ready to wrap this one up. I'm not sure if Blue is going live. Blue might be going live. I want to encourage Blue to go live roughly at 3 p.m. when it's the end of my shows. Like I'm gonna put a lot of effort. I'm gonna put some effort, the effort that I need to for you guys to be steady on a specific start time on the show. So it's gonna be at noon on Florida time, which is almost 3 hours ago now. Now it's 2:48 p.m. for me. So I started the show at noon. That's what I'm going to do to finish the show roughly at 3. And maybe Blue want to go live at 3 when I finish my shows. But kind of a back-to-back, a good idea, you know. You guys get a place to hang out, you know. So if you are here at this time, go. He's not scheduled or nothing, but I'm going to wrap up a few minutes earlier because Tiny Captain just put up a video, and I'm going to watch that when I wrap up my show. And then if another show starts at 3, like Blue, then I'm going to go watch it. I think it's the only option that is out there at 3 p.m. for my time. So in 10 minutes, in 12 minutes, it's going to be probably Blue. It's going to be live. But we're going to do final thoughts. Check around. I want to thank first everybody for watching the show, checking in and supporting PayPal, Super Chat, liking the video, sharing the show, and coming in over here and talking to each other on the Discord server. I really, really appreciate it. It was a fun show. It was no drama, no mentions of certain groups or people. There's no need to do none of that. I don't need them. They don't need me. I'll keep doing my thing with you guys' support, and thank you for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. Let's do for some final thoughts. Shaik, let's wrap it up, man.
Tough times. Can't get even one flat earther to spill some dirt. We need to make up stuff ourselves.
Yeah.
And we're not as good at it as they are. They're more creative, but still. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah. I still had fun, man. It was a good, healthy fun that we had today here. Just good. Appreciate it. Dr. Bob, you were here in the house. Final thoughts?
You know, one of the ways that you can find distance to the moon is something you're trying to do is take two spots that are antipodal to each other on the Earth. Bermuda and Perth, Australia are on opposite sides of the Earth. And just go to Stellarium and measure the angle or the altitude of the moon from both those spots at the same time. You should be able to calculate the distance to the moon pretty easily. Or you could just take the radar image. You could take the radar return. Or you could take the known diameter of the moon and multiply it by 720 and divide that by 2 pi, and you should have the distance there too. Just my thoughts.
Thank you very much, Bob. But you know what? Remember, you're keeping it too real over there, Bob. We're trying to talk about how to do it fantastically on a flat Earth. But thank you for keeping it real, Bob. I appreciate it. Farmer's Boy, final thoughts, man.
Yeah, that was far too real, wasn't it? Dear. No, shame I missed most of it, but hey, you know, work and all that shit. But no, tail end was interesting, entertaining. So hopefully the rest of the week I can contribute a little bit more. And thank you very much as always.
Thank you very much. I'm glad that you caught the end of the show at least. It was like this show, just in the download, just us trying to figure shit out, you know? If they don't want to help us, we got to help each other, you know? We got to figure this shit out.
When I started listening, I thought, what the bloody hell's going on here? And I thought, right, we're doing things the flat Earth way. Fair enough.
Yeah.
No, that's good fun.
Stuff.
Good fun.
Yeah. Thank you.
Cheers.
Gary Webenga, you there for final thoughts? How about No Name, final thoughts? We got Grubus in the house.
Yeah, it was enjoyable, Jose. Different pace. Thank you.
Thank you, Grubus. We got Leal and Tiny Captain.
Good job, Leal. Good job, Jose.
Yeah, well, the video that you said is new is already a week old. I'm busy with a new video, but that one takes a long time because there's a lot of calculations and stuff in it. But actually, well, MC Toon helped me a little bit with it, so that part will be in there as well.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, everybody go check it out. Tiny Captain. Hold on. Final thought is he's just in. I can start the show now. All right. Welcome to the boom. Hold on. And I'm out of here. Jose JG out. Boom. Thank you. Hell yeah. Wait, something happened. Mr. Malord. Oh, Mr. Malord. It's the Ether Bunny. Being a smart, responsible troll as usual. Thank you very much, Mr. Malord. Now I can say happily, Jose JG out. And thank you for hollering that because I was able to see a new notification for that, for memberships. Boom!